Hi students, this is Botany PSR. In the previous class, we discussed about a family Fabaceae. Earlier, it was placed in subfamily Papilionoideae, family Leguminosae. Later on, that is changed to Fabaceae, family Fabaceae, also called Papilionaceae. Earlier subfamily Fabaceae, earlier subfamily Papilionoideae, family Leguminosae. Later on, that Fabaceae, Leguminosae family changed to as Fabaceae or Leguminosae family. Now, Fabaceae also called Papilionaceae family. Now, we are going to discuss about another family called family Solanaceae, that is belongs to dicot. So, both Fabaceae and Solanaceae both are dicot families, whereas Liliaceae is monocot family. Right. This is commonly called potato family, whereas Fabaceae is commonly called bean family. So, Fabaceae commonly called bean family, whereas Solanaceae family commonly called potato family. Why? Because of the most dominant genera found in Solanaceae is potato. That's why it is commonly called potato family. Right. Vegetative characters. What are the vegetative characters means? Root, stem, leaf. Floral characters means inflorescence, flower, fruit, seed. Like that we have to read, right? Vegetative characters in Solanaceae. First of all, habit. How these plants will live. So, these plants will live as herbs, shrubs and trees. Rarely trees. Rarely trees. Herbs means 1 to 3 feet is herbs, 3 to 6 feet is shrub, more than 6 feet is tree. So, these Solanaceae plants belong to herbs, shrubs, trees. Of course, these plants live in tropical regions, subtropical regions, temperate regions also. Next, root system. Solanaceae belongs to dicot now. So, root system is tap root system, whereas Fabaceae is also a dicot family which contains tap root system. But here in Solanaceae family, no tap root modification, no root modification found in Solanaceae, whereas in Fabaceae family, root modification found in Fabaceae is nodular roots, which are useful for nitrogen fixation. No root modification found in Solanaceae, simply tap root system present. No root modification found in Solanaceae root. Next, stem. Stem may be herbaceous or woody. Herbaceous means young stem. Herbaceous means young stem. If it is mature means it becomes woody. So, that is stem may be herbaceous or woody. Aerial. Aerial means which grows above the soil is aerial, which grows below the soil is underground. So, stem is generally aerial. Erect. Erect means vertical. Erect means vertical. Aerial, erect. Erect means vertically grows. Cylindrical. Stem somewhat cylindrical in shape. Branches present, branched. The stem may be solid or hollow. Stem may be solid or hollow. The stem may contain hairs, so called hairy. Some stems may not contain hairs, hairless, so called glabrous. The stem may be hairy or glabrous. Glabrous means hairless. The stem may possess hairs or hairless. Hairless character is so called glabrous. Next, underground stem tuber found in potato. So that is underground stem tuber means, that is example potato. Scientific name Solanum tuberosum. Solanum tuberosum. So the stem may be herbaceous or woody, aerial, erect, cylindrical, branched, solid or hollow, hairy or glabrous. The only important point is this one. The underground stem tuber found in potato. Potato means scientific name Solanum tuberosum. Next, leaves. Phyllotaxy is alternate. Alternate means what? A single leaf arises at each node. One leaf arises at each node. It is so called alternate phyllotaxy. Simple or rarely pinnately compound leaves are present. Simple or rarely pinnately compound leaves present. These are exstipulate, whereas Fabaceae is stipulate. How can you say stipulate? Fabaceae is stipulate because paisom contains foliaceous stipules. So, stipulate found in Fabaceae. Exstipulate, that is without stipules. Exstipulate means without stipules, found both in Solanaceae and Liliaceae. So, also in Liliaceae. Reticulate venation. Why? Because it is a dicot. No? In dicots, generally, what type of venation present? Reticulate venation. Both Fabaceae and Solanaceae leaves show reticulate venation. What does it mean? Reticulate venation. The lateral veins and veinlets arranged in network manner. That type of venation is so called reticulate venation. Next, floral characters. That is inflorescence. Solitary. What does it mean solitary? Single flowered inflorescence is called solitary. It may arise from the axil of a leaf. It is so called axillary. Solitary, axillary, or cymose found in Solanum. So, what type of inflorescence means? Solitary, axillary. But cymose inflorescence found in Solanum. Very, very important point. Cymose inflorescence found in Solanum. Next, what type of flowers do you find in Solanaceae? Bisexual. Bisexual means a flower is having both the sex organs, both androecium and gynoecium. That is so called bisexual flower. Actinomorphic. Actinomorphic means both Solanaceae and Liliaceae, whereas Fabaceae is zygomorphic. Both Solanaceae and Liliaceae are actinomorphic. What type of flowers means? Hypogynous. Hypogynous condition found in all the three families: Fabaceae, Solanaceae, Liliaceae. So that is bisexual, actinomorphic, hypogynous. Hypogynous means thalamus is convex or conical in shape. What type of ovary do you find hypogynous means? That is superior ovary. Right. Calyx. Let's see the diagram, my dear students. This is the diagram of Solanaceae flower. Floral diagram. This is the floral. This is the floral diagram. Right. These are the sepals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of sepals? 5. Sepal attached, no? Sepals are attached, united. Gamosepalous. Sepals number 5. United. Gamosepalous. Just touch with one another without overlapping. What type of estivation? Valvate estivation. So sepals 5, united called gamosepalous, and valvate estivation. But in Solanaceae family, persistent calyx found. Persistent calyx means, let's see here, let us suppose examples: tomato, brinjal, chili. Tomato means tomato. Next, this is persistent calyx, tomato, brinjal, this is the persistent calyx, this is brinjal. Next one, this is chili. So this is the persistent calyx. So persistent calyx is a characteristic feature of which family? Solanaceae family. After fertilization, generally calyx wither away, sepals wither away. But here it is, they remained persistent. Persistent calyx found in which family means you have to say Solanaceae family. Very, very important point. Persistent calyx. So sepals 5 united, persistent calyx. East-western means normal, valvate east-western. Next, petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Petals are fused, no? United. So number of petals 5 united. That is gamopetalous. East-western is valvate east-western, whereas in Fabaceae corolla shows vexillary east-western or descendingly imbricate east-western. So petals 5 united called gamopetalous, valvate east-western. If you observe, this means petals show both cohesion and adhesion. Petals show, very, very important point, my dear students. Petals show both cohesion and adhesion. If similar parts of fusion is called cohesion, dissimilar parts of fusion is called adhesion. Here petal is attached, cohesion. These petals are attached to stamens. So petals show, which part show both cohesion and adhesion? Petals show both cohesion and adhesion. Petal is attached to another petal means cohesion. This petal is attached to stamen, no? Dissimilar part. So it is adhesion. So which part will show cohesion adhesion in Solanaceae family? Petals. Okay. Right. So petals show both cohesion and adhesion. Next, andrecium. Look at here, my dear students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stamens. Number of stamens 5. And this stamen is alternate to petals. One petal alternate to stamen, another petal, next stamen, next petal, next stamen, like that. Stamens are alternate to petals. Stamens are formed from petals. That is, stamens are attached to petals. So that is epipetalous. Very, very important point. Epipetalous. Stamens are 5 in number. Epipetalous. What does it mean, epipetalous? Epipetalous means stamens attached to petals is called epipetalous. Epipetalous is a characteristic feature of Solanaceae family. Stamens are alternate to petals. Stamens are alternate to petals means stamen, petal. This is so called alternate to petals. So that is 5. Number of stamens 5. They are free. Free means stamens 5 in number. Free means polyandrous. You may say polyandrous also. Next, alternate to petals. Next, anthers are dithecous, intrors, basifixed, longitudinal dehiscence. Dithecous, that is, majority of stamens are dithecous. Dithecous means like this, see. This is one anther lobe, this is another anther, 2 anther lobes. 2 anther lobes present, it is so called dithecous. So, all the three families, Fabaceae, Solanaceae, Liliaceae, all these three families, common point is related to stamens means anthers are dithecous, intrors, base fixed, longitudinal dehiscence. Dithecous means each stamen contains how many anther lobes? Two anther lobes. That's why it is so called dithecous. Intrors means if stamens are dehisced, towards inner side of the flower, that is towards gynoecium, it is so called intrors. All the three families show intrors only. Base fixed, the filament is attached to base of the anther, that is so called base fixed. And if the dehiscence occurs longitudinally, it is so called longitudinal dehiscence. These 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these 4 points are related to found in Fabaceae, Solanaceae, Liliaceae. 5 stamens present means dithecous no, total number of anther lobes 5 into 2, 10 anther lobes. Total number of pollen sacs or microsporangia 5 into 4, 20. Like that you have to calculate. So, number of stamens in each Solanaceae flower, that is 5 stamens. Total anther lobes 5 into 2, 10 anther lobes. Total pollen sacs in each Solanaceae flower 5 into 4, 20 microsporangia. Solanum nigrum is commonly called macaw or kamanchi. Solanum nigrum is commonly called macaw plant or kamanchi. Right, this is about androecium and this is gynoecium. Number of carpels means this is one carpel, this is another carpel. Bicarpellary syncarpus. This is one locule, this is also another locule. Bilocular, bicarpellary syncarpus, bilocular, superior ovary. All the three families are superior ovary only. Fabaceae superior, Solanaceae superior, Liliaceae also superior. Next one, ovules borne on central axis, but the central part is somewhat swollen. Swollen placenta present. So, that is swollen axial placentation. Placentation axial only, but central part is somewhat swollen. Swollen placenta found in Solanaceae. So, as ovules are borne on central axis with a swollen placenta, it is so called swollen axial placentation. Swollen axial placentation found in Solanaceae. Next, this ovary is not arranged longitudinally or transversely. It is arranged at an angle of 45 degrees. Ovary is obliquely arranged at an angle of 45 degrees. This arrangement of ovary at 45 degrees is called torsion or tilting. So, anterior carpel tilts to, this is the anterior, see look at here my dear students, this is the anterior carpel, this is the posterior carpel. Anterior carpel, this thumb moves to left side, this small finger moves to right side. So, anterior carpel tilts to left side, posterior carpel tilts to right side at an angle of 45 degrees. This is called torsion or tilting. In the floral diagram, lower side is called anterior side, upper side is called posterior side. So, ovary is obliquely arranged at an angle of 45 degrees. So, anterior carpel tilts to left side, posterior carpel tilts to right side at an angle of 45 degrees. This is very, very important point. Now, so this ovary, don't draw this vertically or transversely. It should be at an angle of 45 degrees. Now, look at here, bicarpellary syncarpus, bilocular, superior ovary, ovules borne on swollen axial placentation. Ovules borne on swollen axial placentation, that is, ovules borne on central axis with a swollen placenta. Ovary is obliquely arranged at an angle of 45 degrees. This type of arrangement is so called torsion or tilting. Next, anterior carpel tilts to left side, posterior carpel tilts to right side at an angle of 45 degrees. Next, what type of fruit do you find in Solanaceae? Berry or capsule. Fruit in Solanaceae is berry or capsule, but in Fabaceae, legume fruit is present. Next, seed. Many seeds are present, but generally dicot seeds are non-endospermic, but this is an exceptional case. Solanaceae, though it belongs to dicot, it shows endospermous nature. Endospermous or endospermic seeds present. That means the seed contain endosperm. Generally dicots are non-endospermic, but though Solanaceae belongs to dicot family, it is an exceptional case. So Solanaceae seeds show endospermic, but Fabaceae is non-endospermic. Fabaceae means dicot. Dicot means non-endospermic. Of course, Solanaceae, though Solanaceae also belongs to dicot, it is an exceptional case. Dicot Solanaceae is endospermic. Okay, right. Floral formula. Plus symbol indicates actinomorphic. Actinomorphic means a flower can be cut into two equal halves passing through the center in any vertical plane. A flower can be cut into two equal halves in any vertical plane. Any vertical plane passing through the center is called actinomorphic. But Fabaceae flowers are zygomorphic. This symbol is so called actinomorphic. Actinomorphic in Solanaceae and Liliaceae. This symbol is for bisexual, both the sex organs present. Sepals 5, bracket indicates fused, gamosepalous. Petals 5, fused, gamopetalous. Stamens 5, those stamens are not fused with each other. Try to understand, my dear students. Is this stamen is attached to this stamen? No. That's why here no bracket. This one is somewhat important. K5 bracket, C5 bracket. Why? Because sepals are fused, petals are fused, but stamens are not fused among themselves. But these stamens are attached to petals. This arrow mark indicates epipetalous. Here A5 no bracket. This arrow mark indicates, that is, a line is drawn above the symbols. A line is drawn above the symbols, that is so called epipetalous. Stamens are attached to petals is called epipetalous. Characteristic feature is, that is, Solanaceae family. Next, bicarpellary syncarpus. This line is drawn below the genome hypogynous flowers. Hypogynous flowers means superior ovary present. Okay. Next, what is the economic importance of Solanaceae? Many plants are used as food. These are all normal points only, my dear students. Many plants are used as food. Example, tomato. Tomato means Lycopersicon esculentum. Brinjal, that is Solanum melangina. Potato, Solanum tuberosum. This potato will show underground stem tuber. Very, very important point. Underground stem tuber found in potato. Whereas tomato, brinjal, chilies contain persistent calyx. Generally, all other families, persistent calyx is not found. The family which contains persistent calyx means this Solanaceae, and also found in Asteraceae family also. Next, some plants are used as spice. Example, chilies. Scientific name, Capsicum fruticens. Enough, capsicum, genus name. Next, some plants are used as ornamental plants. Example, petunia. Ornamental plants of Solanaceae is petunia. Medicinal plants of Solanaceae is ashwagandha, belladonna. Whereas Fabaceae medicinal plant is muliathi. Yesterday we learned now. So Fabaceae medicinal plant is muliathi. Solanaceae medicinal plants are ashwagandha and belladonna, AB. Some plants are used as fumigatory. Fumigatory means useful for smoking. Yeah, that means which is used in cigarette making. Fumigatory. Example, tobacco. Scientific name is Nicotiana tobacum. Which plants are used as fumigatory? Tobacco, Nicotiana, that is which give smoke. Fumigatory means which give smoke. Right. What are the few points related to Solanaceae family means? Solanaceae belongs to dicot or monocot family. Dicot family. Both Fabaceae and Solanaceae are dicot families, commonly called potato family. Next, root system means dicot means taproot system. Stem modification found in Solanaceae is underground stem tuber found in potato. That is very important point. Next one, leaves are stipulate found in Fabaceae, exstipulate found in Solanaceae and Liliaceae. Next, inflorescence, generally solitary, axillary, but cymose inflorescence found in Solanum. Flowers, actinomorphic flowers found in both Solanaceae and Liliaceae. Zygomorphic flowers found in Fabaceae. Hypogynous flowers found in three families: Fabaceae, Solanaceae, Liliaceae. Sepals, 5 sepals fused, 5 sepals fused valvate estivation. Petals 5 in number, fused valvate estivation. So, stamens 5, epipetalous. Stamens are 5 in number and they show epipetalous. So, that is petals show both cohesion and adhesion. Petal is attached to petal, cohesion. Petal is attached to stamen. So, that is which part of the Solanaceae will show both cohesion and adhesion means petals show both cohesion and adhesion. Both calyx and corolla together called non-essential organs. Androecium and gynoecium together called essential organs. How many stamens are there? 5 stamens are present. 5 stamens. These stamens are attached to petals. Stamens are attached to petals is called epipetalous. Epipetalous found in which family? That is Solanaceae family. Number of carpels, 2 carpels. Bilocular, bicarpellary, bilocular. What type of placentation? Axial placentation, but the central part somewhat swollen. That's why swollen axial placentation found in Solanaceae. Whereas in Liliaceae, axial placentation found in means both Solanaceae and Liliaceae. Axial placentation found in both Solanaceae and Liliaceae. Whereas in Fabaceae, what type of placentation? Marginal placentation. Okay. Next, and ovary is arranged at an angle of, ovary is obliquely arranged at an angle of 45 degrees. This is so called torsion or tilting. Anterior carpel tilts to left side, posterior carpel tilts to right side at an angle of 45 degrees. Generally, Solanaceae is a dicot, no? So, generally dicots are non-endospermic, but this is the dicot family with endospermic. Endospermic seeds are found in Solanaceae. Fabaceae is non-endospermic. Next, what type of fruit means? Berry or capsule, whereas in Fabaceae, legume fruit is present. Okay? So, one point I would recall, my dear students, here K 5 bracket, C 5 bracket, A 5, no bracket. That one you have to remember. K 5 bracket, C 5 bracket, A 5 without bracket. That one you have to remember. Why? Because these stamens are not attached to among themselves, no. Stamen is not attached to another stamen, but stamen is attached to petals. This condition is so called epipetalous. Okay. What is the important character of calyx means? Persistent calyx. Persistent calyx found in tomato, brinjal, chilli. which belong to Solanaceae family. So, please note down all these points, my dear students, and we will meet in the next class.